Okay, we've had a few questions from ones trying to understand exactly how you earn money in MydigitalGoldRush, or how you earn Bitcoin. The first package, cryptocurrency course, you can take USD or whatever form of payment you want on that. The other ones, you will be receiving Bitcoin. Remember, that comes directly to you. But to really understand the power of our plan, we need to probably compare it with other Bitcoin and crypto pay plans out there. When you look at them side by side, we think there's no comparison. You will make more with your referrals in our plan. And again, that's paid directly to you. So let's look at some plans that are out there. One is the binary pay plan. Now, this is most common in some of the HYIPs and even some of the mining companies out there that, in our opinion, are thinly disguised HYIPs. And we'll talk a little bit about the binary plan here and just what it is and how that figures into the equation with some of these payment plans out there. Now, I'm not totally knocking the binary plan. I've made some good money with it myself, but there is a reason that many attorney generals don't like them. And one of the reasons is well-documented complaints that with binary plans, you don't always get paid on new business or customers that you refer. And here's why. Let's just look at an example of a binary plan. Now, with most binary plans, here's you, right? And they call it binary because you can only have two people directly underneath you in the binary. They call it your left and right side. Now, with most plans, most binary plans out there, you have to build evenly, but what invariably happens is one side of your structure here takes off, and these people just go to town on this thing, and over here nothing's happening on one side or the other. Maybe you got a little bit happening here, and you get to thinking, oh, if I would have just put Bob over here, it would have built more evenly. And why is that important? Because you don't always get paid. In fact, most binaries, these two legs underneath you, this has to be built evenly, and you only get paid on the even part. So if one of them takes off, which invariably it does, you don't get paid on this. Now, with the HYIPs and the other thinly disguised HYIPs that call themselves mining companies, what happens is they only pay you, they put a little twist on it, where they only pay on the weak leg. So if this was your situation, they're only paying you over here. They're not paying you on all this business. They're paying you right here. And so the weak leg you get paid on over here, you don't get paid anything on. In fact, really, you don't get paid at all. It's just because if you look at the structure, they pay you so much per deposit with the HYIPs. Now, the mining companies might be a little different, but with HYIPs like Gladiacoin and some of these other ones like that out there, they're not really paying you anything. They're paying you faster if you make referrals. Because if you put in, let's say, 1 Bitcoin, they're only going to double that, and so you're going to get paid 2 Bitcoins. Now, once you've doubled that, it's over. It doesn't matter. And, of course, you can renew and keep getting paid again. But you'd have to take your 1 Bitcoin, put it right back in there. So it's true. You walk with 1, but you put 1 back into the program. So you still only made 2 or 1. You doubled your 1 to 2 on that new business, those referrals that you made. But you just, instead of taking 90 days, for example, with, they all have different time structures, but in, say, Gladiacoin, it's 90 days. So they're only going to pay you 1 more Bitcoin on that. And if you don't refer anybody, it'll take 90 days. But if you do refer a lot of people, or you got a lot of activity there on your weak side, see, this would have to start growing over here. And if it does, they will pay you faster. You'll get that one Bitcoin faster, but it's not any really additional money. And it's very important to be paid fast in these programs. Why? Because they know that at some point they're going to walk away with the Bitcoin, and the new people coming in, they'll be left without anything. And so it's very important to understand that about binary plans and this twist that they've put on them. So they all have their buy-ins. They have limits on what you can be paid. You can just be paid faster if you make referrals. And why is it so important that you be paid fast? Again, they know that at some point it's going to fall apart, and somebody's going to skate off with the lion's share of the profits. But it's a Ponzi, is what they are, and most of these end up being when you see them start falling apart. Here's an excellent quote by Mitchell Zuckoff. It says, when running a Ponzi scheme, how does one avoid enormous, unexpected withdrawals, runs on the bank, so to speak, that would pull back the curtain and reveal a little man blowing smoke? One way would be to attract a core of investors who could be counted on to never withdraw more than a small percentage of principal each year. And you notice if you look at those pay plans, they all have limits to how much you can withdraw, or when you can withdraw, or how much you can earn. It's faster if you make referrals, but it's the same amount of money. You only get there faster. So it has the classic example here of just what he's talking about. People taking out a little bit of money, but more people always depositing money in than are taking it out. And so, can you make money in these type of plans? Sure you can, but do you really want to earn money knowing that at some point the new ones coming in are going to lose everything they deposit? Because of that, we think our plan is much better for most folks. So what we need to do is understand what you can do with MydigitalGoldRush. It's basically a direct referral plan with the twist that the Bitcoin is paid directly to you. Even though we do have some bonuses for our active affiliates, it's not an MLM. We don't have to worry about AGs wanting to come in and shut it down because they don't like the binary or some other MLM structure. And even though there's no complicated formula on how you get paid on X number of levels, and keep in mind, some of these plans, you have to have tons of people below you before you see any real money. So many people lose, and they know that. And that's another reason why they like the binary. A lot of people, it never takes off for them, or one side takes off, and they don't have to pay on the weak side because there's nothing happening there. But with our plan, you still see benefits from referrals of people under you. And here's how. Let's look at this now. Okay, let's say here's you. And now you make a referral to one of our packages. And let's say it's the CCC course. So you go out and you find Bob. And now Bob, he goes out and he refers someone. Let's say it's Nancy. Excuse my writing there. Kind of hard with this thing. But now Nancy goes out and she tells her brother John. And John says, oh, yeah, I like this thing. I'm coming in. I want to learn about Bitcoin and some of these other cryptos. Now John, he goes to work and he tells his boss about it. But now the boss, let's say all of these came in with the cryptocurrency course, the smallest package that we have. All of you came in with that, except now the boss notices the pay plans, and he says, look, if I came in with the higher package here, if I come in with, say, the 2 Bitcoin package, the multi-platinum, I get everything underneath that package, all the smaller packages. So he says, okay, John, I'm in. Here's my 2 Bitcoins. Set me up. John says, all I've got is the CCC. I'm going to have to upgrade myself. So he sends 2 Bitcoins to Nancy. Nancy says, well, wait a minute, all I've got is the CCC. I'm going to have to upgrade. So Nancy sends 2 Bitcoins to Bob. Bob says, wait a minute now, I need to upgrade. I haven't got that package myself. So he sends you 2 Bitcoins. And then you all send referral codes to each other so they can enroll. So look what happened. You don't even know these people here, but now you have a situation where you're qualified to earn Bitcoin directly to you on all of the packages because of John and his boss upgrading. And so now you have these packages. You could maybe go a year. Keep in mind there's no monthly fee. Let's say, well, you get involved with something else, but you come back 6 months later or a month later or a year later and somebody says, hey, I want that multi-platinum package. Here's 2 Bitcoins. They send it to you. Now you're qualified forever to refer people to those packages. And let's say that you also made a referral out here. Let's say you talked to Janet and she came in at the CCC level. A few months later, Janet finally makes a referral to somebody, and they say, hey, I want the 1 Bitcoin package. So they send her 1 Bitcoin. She sends you 1 Bitcoin. You're qualified. You put that right in your digital wallet. Janet had to send it to you, but now she's qualified on that package. So because of that feature of our pay plan, you can earn money. It's not a multi-level structure. But when you look at the fact that there are no middlemen, that orders come directly to you, you don't have to wait to get paid, not to mention all the excellent training you're getting, we think our crypto opportunity is not only solid, but one that will last. Remember, there's no monthly payments. Once you upgrade, you never have to requalify, and it's a profit center that you'll have forever. So why not get back with the person that told you about this and get started right away? We think you'll enjoy having several profit centers where Bitcoin comes directly to you, and some of these other bonuses that we're working on, and we'll have contests where you can earn even more cryptocurrency. So get involved with My Digital Gold Rush and have a great day.